Shalom, all glorification, honor, and praise is due only unto Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai Bahashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the venerable apostles of the great millstone, along with the bishops and elders who rule and teach the church well in these last days, and salutations to the elect of Yashar Rallah, the Ba'ath Shah, the Wadada house of David. I'm Shamar Mahath here with a quick article, and today is Friday, December the 22nd. 2023, the hopeful year that all these prophecies come to pass. And 2024 is going to be a wild ride. Best believe that. And look at the time, 11:44. Yipah. All right, because the first fruits of salvation, all right, is the 144,000 men who are the teachers and prophets. All right, the pillars of the church. Okay, with the top men being the elder apostles, the great millstone on down. All right, then there's a remnant, all right, of believing Israelites. Okay, those who believe the testimony of the prophets, who are going to be delivered as well. That consists of, again, men, women, and children. Anyway, this is off the Hindustan Times website, and it was put up today. It says, U.S. unique moment, surge in domestic threats amid Israel-Hamas war. All right, it says, Israel-Hamas war, the FBI has had to run down more than 1,800 reports of threats or other types of tips or leads, Lisa Monaco said. All right, and give me just a second because the scripture came to mind. Out of the book of Job, the 18th chapter. And I'm going to start in verse 9. The jinn shall take him, talking about Esau, all right, beginning with his elites, all right, the international banking family. The jinn shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. The snare, verse 10, is laid for him in the ground, and a trap for him in the way. Verse 11, terrors shall make him afraid on every side. And what are we constantly hearing about? All right, the so-called T attacks, right? Don't even want to say it on YouTube. All right, the so-called T attacks that are coming. All right. Verse 11 again, terror shall make him afraid on every side and shall drive him to his feet. All right. So these are the signs of the times right here. You know, America is going to experience, some attacks, and whether they're, whether they are going to be like carried out, by China, Russia, North Korea, Iran, or whether they're going to be inside. They're still gonna go down here, okay? As you people prepare for your fucking Saturnalia worship on Monday. This is what's coming to this land, Babylon the Great, aka America. All right, it says the United States faces a sobering and unique moment in confronting a domestic threat environment amid the Israel-Hamas war. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco told ABC News, saying that the conflict overseas stoked an already elevated threat situation in the country. And, that's true, man. The nations of this earth have had it with America. And it's going to get to a point where even America's, longest, supporters or allies, all right, are going to turn on her. Okay? And that's pursuant to Revelation 17. Let me bring that out because I hadn't read that in a minute. Revelation chapter 17 goes into how, these EU powers, some of these EU powers, again, the whore's allies, how they're going to burn her, okay? How are they going to burn this land? They're going to burn her with those ICBMs, okay? And this is the book of Revelation, Slakia chapter 17, and verse 15, and he saith unto me, the waters which thou sawest where the whore sitteth are peoples and multitudes and nations and tongues. Right, America being the so-called, great melting pot, because the nations of the earth have all streamed over here, to pursue that godforsaken, American dream. It says, verse 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, right, the beast being NATO. Okay, it says the 10 horns being the EU power, says these shall hate the whore. Right, they're gonna turn on her. All right. It says these shall hate the whore and shall make her desolate and naked and shall eat her flesh. All right, have a hand in ruining her economy. Right. It says and burn her with fire. Okay, so it's not just Iran and China and Russia. Of course, Russia being the ringleader, and North Korea and Pakistan and India and the Dragons of Arabia, etc. It's going to be countries like Germany and France. Okay, this is going to happen, man. And again, you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, who are the Lord's chosen people on the earth, all right, the Hebrew Israelites, according to the Bible, you couldn't care less, man, that this is getting ready to take place. All right. Again, here it is. It's December 22nd. And all Jake can think about is fucking Christmas, man. And Salakia for the language, but I hate the men doing this work, man. Those of us who are among the hopeful elect, we can't stand this time of year. It starts in October. Okay, it's a very spiritually dark time and a vexing time for any prophet, all right, who is sincere in this faith, man, and in this walk. It's vexing, man. We're vexed just as Lot was vexed with the filthy conversation back in the ancient world in Sodom. It's vexing to have to put up with this shit. All right. Verse 17 reads, Revelation chapter 17 and verse 17, for the Most High Yahweh have put in their hearts to fulfill his will, right? Because the heart of the king is in the hand of the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. Yahweh Bashem Yahushai is directing traffic out here in this earth, if you will. All right. Moving chess pieces on the board. He's the one who controls these kings. He controls Vladimir Putin, Xi Jinping over there in China, Macron over there in France. All right, he's the one in control. He's the one who sets up these kings, and he's the one who takes them down. All right, it says, for Yahweh hath put in their hearts to fulfill his will and to agree to give their kingdom unto the beast until the words of God, all right, the Most High Yahweh shall be fulfilled. All right. Continuing on, it says the FBI had to run down more than 1,800 reports, all right, of threats or other types of tips or leads, Lisa Monaco said, as the Bureau now has more than 100 investigations currently open. All right, it says, I think we're in a unique moment. This is a quote from her. Where what we're most worried about, those of us in the national security and law enforcement community, or individuals or small groups who are often radicalized online. All right, and this plays into the famine of hearing this word, okay, because they're going to shut down the internet via the internet kill switch, which means they're just going to take the truth off of all these social media platforms. All right, they consider us radicals. Okay, it says, are individuals or small groups who are often radicalized online and who are motivated by and influenced by a range of ideologies, from foreign terrorism and foreign terrorist organizations to domestic grievances. She said, adding, oftentimes what we're seeing in the most lethal form is from radically or ethnically motivated ideologies, and I wonder who they're talking about. Okay? Ethnically motivated ideologies. They're talking about this truth, and those of us who are preaching it, starting with the pillars of the church, the elder apostles, the great millstone on down. All right? That's who they're really after. Okay, anyone coming against E's NWO construct is a threat, but the biggest threat to these people are the prophets. All right, period. Okay? It says many cases like threats or tips received by the FBI have been resolved without incident, but the sheer volume has caused a lot of strain. I guess on law enforcement is what that's supposed to say. These are threats, they're hoaxes, they can involve claims of terrorist financing, she said, adding, so that is the volume, the significant uptick in the volume and frequency of the types of reports we're getting. All right. But one thing is true. The nations of the earth, they all want a piece of Babylon's ass, man. Okay? And they're coming over here for a spoil. All right? They're coming over here to take a spoil. They're not coming over here to negotiate. All right, they aren't coming over here to get rich. Silver and gold means nothing to them. All right, they're coming over here to do some damage, man. Matter of fact, that's in let me get in Ezekiel's 7. They could care less about silver and gold, man. They could care less about money. They want to take this place out. So your riches, your FRNs, your gold bars, all right? Anything of value ain't going to do you any good during the time of Jacob's trouble when this all begins to go down. Revelation. Ezekiel chapter 7 and verse 19. They shall cast their silver in the streets, and their gold shall be removed. Their silver and their gold shall not be able to deliver them in the day of the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai. They shall not satisfy their souls, neither fill their bowels, because it is the stumbling block of their iniquity. Right. And again, the nations of the earth aren't coming for that. Okay, they're coming to lay this whole land desolate. All right, to burn up this whole place. Okay, and the fire is going to be so intense that, according to 2 Peter 3, it's going to melt the elements even. Okay. Let's see. This is very impromptu. This just caught my attention through the spirit when I was going through my news feed. This is yeah. I'll just get right to the point in Isaiah chapter 13, okay? And verse 15. It's the book of Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 15, going into the burden of Babylon. Okay, it says, everyone that is found shall be thrust through, and everyone that is joined unto them shall fall by the sword. Their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Their houses shall be spoiled, and their wives ravished. Yeah, man. And not only are the women going to be getting, run through, okay, by these foreign troops, all right, but men are going to be getting raped, graped. We'll see if they let this video stay up. But yeah, all right. It says, verse 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, right, which is the Russians. All right, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. See, so they're not coming over here to acquire resources. They're going to come against the land of unwalled villages, all right, which is America, and totally destroy this place, man. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children, right? Verse 19, and Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, all right? The Chaldees come back in this time, all right, or again, those J international bankers, all right? It says, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency shall be as when Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. It shall never be inhabited, verse 20, neither shall it be dwelt in from generation to generation. Neither shall the Arabian pitch tent there, neither shall the shepherds make their fold there. All right, so yeah, man, Esau is in straits, and he knows that he has to make a move soon, okay? And this is where we are. So now more than ever, it's incumbent upon us, those of us who believe, especially those of us who are doing the work of the Lord, all right, ministering out on the highways and byways toward the four corners, to be watchful and mindful of our surroundings, now more than ever. All right, so, and if you're one of the Lord's people and you have not already done so, you need to repent, turn back to the Lord, all right, because the kingdom of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai is at hand. Lord willing, you was edified through the Spirit by this quick lesson. That I want to say shalom. Let's on to the next one.